Hey everybody, welcome to Dancingluna Tarot. This is going to be a singles reading for the sign of Virgo. Okay, so we're just going to shuffle a bit and then we're going to pull some cards on what might be going on around you right now, like any guidance, any advice for Virgos about sort of what's already, like what's happening around you in your energy right now. Kind of more what's happening on your side of things. So this is for Virgo singles. We're just going to go one more time. This is for Virgo singles. And we're just asking right now, like, what's going on for you, Virgo? What are you kind of dealing with? Any advice that you might need to hear for now? And then after that, we'll ask about future. But right now, we're just going to ask about, like, the present. Oh, you know what? That's really sweet because I saw this in the pre-shuffle and it was like, boom, like talking to me already. So I'm glad to see. I was going to actually mention it and I was like, nope, just see. Look if it comes back out. And there it is. Success, victory. Okay, too many cards. We're just going to go one more time if you want to come back out. Okay, Virgo singles, what's up? What's up with the sweet energy happening right now for you? Okay, I'm just gonna get a few more cards so I can get like a clear picture of what all is going on around you right now. I just feel like you're getting strong right now. Six of Wands talks about like success, victory. So I feel like you're in a very success type of energy right now. You want to know what's funny? When this Ace of Wands came out, I was like, you're tapped into your intuition right now. And boom, this just came out like, yes, you are. Yes, you are. Okay, I just want to get clarity on one more thing. Ten of Swords. There's a lot of beauty, Virgo, in your reading right now. A lot of beauty. There's some pain. There's like a closing of a cycle of pain, but let's see what's going on with that. What's with that Ten of Swords? What are you putting down that was painful? What are you walking away from? And I feel like, yeah. Okay. So, all right. So it's like right now, I feel like I just get this like total feeling like that you've, and the cards are not here to support that. I'm just getting like a tap in that, you've like closed something out. Like it's almost like you've shut the door or decided to put something away. But like with that like closeout, you're just like showing up like ready. You're just like ready for success, dressed for success. Like you're just like, here I am, you know, whatever you closed out, you're just over it. You're over it and you're just like ready. You're ready to move on. I feel like there has been a leaving behind, and the only reason I talk about like the only reason that that's coming through is because this Ten of Swords is here. So I have a feeling that there's like, and it could be a little bit in the past, this closeout. It might not be like super recent past, but it might. You know your timeline, you know your story. But you're just like ready. You're ready. But see, so like where you're ready to dive into wish fulfillment and love, you're also like in your strength right now. Like this woman is standing really tall and strong all by yourself. But maybe because you're kind of coming into this energy of like being really strong, and this card doesn't even really speak to strength, but for some reason as it popped out, like what came to mind, the message that I was hearing is that you're in your strength. you're in your strength right now. And that just might be enabling you to feel strong enough to leap into love again. You definitely have like possibility of passionate new beginning in front of you, but always when this Ace of Wands come up, right? Like, so aces speak of new beginnings, but in this deck, she's very much in third eye energy. And so you might just also really be like grounded in your intuition right now, in your knowing, because her third eye is on fire, you know, and it could be that you're like, whoever you're thinking about, if you have like a new beginning in your sphere of like a possibility with Nine of Cups energy, it could be that you might just have like a really strong mental connection right off the bat. You definitely are feeling the warmth right now. You're feeling like in your sun energy, you are you're feeling some joy and freedom after a time of what I feel like was like a little bit restrictive for you, where you felt a little like down and flat on the floor and like just knocked down. I just feel like you're like you've just like cast it off, and you're like moving in sun energy, like warm, abundant. I do feel like whatever it was that you left behind, there's a couple of tens here, so this is like a closeout of the pain and the burdens and the defeat, right? I feel like this might have been something that in the past that you thought was your 10 of Cups. Something that you kind of thought was going to be your end-all, be-all, happy, like, rest of your life type of situation. But I think that you're clearly walking away from that. And you've got two tens here. So you're definitely, like, you're closing a chapter. This is like the end of a cycle. Here with this 10 of Swords and this 10 of Cups. And I don't know if tens have any significance to you, but you've got two tens on the board. So I think this is just speaking to a real closeout of a chapter. I think that you've gotten peace around this, whatever this is. With all this other energy here, you've gotten peace around this. And I think that this High Priestess is really here to support this Ace of Wands, in that I think you're just really tapped into your intuition right now, Virgo. It's like you're moving in a way that you're kind of like trusting yourself. You're kind of trusting your GPS right now, if that even makes sense. Like, you're in your strength, you're in your power. Like, you're trusting yourself that you have the ability. It's almost like you're feeling the hope again. You're feeling the hope of new beginnings again. You're feeling the hope of this Nine of Cups. And sometimes, to me, Nine of Cups is even nicer than 10 of Cups, because Nine of Cups is like, she's leaping into wish fulfillment, but and there's a lot of love here, but this is a single being on here. And so this just means that, like, sort of autonomously, like on your own, you're able to obtain this whole thing, right? Like, when you're whole in love, you are able to dive into love like in a healthier way, right? Whereas this 10 of Cups is like dependent on the partner being there. So I just feel like, look at, in all these cards, like, she's standing strong on her own. She's leaping strong on her own. She's standing here, like, dancing in the sunshine on her own. And this one is walking away upright with the wind blowing through her hair on her own, right? So I'm not saying that to say that you're going to be alone, Virgo, but I'm just saying, like, you're, and especially with High Priestess here, you're in your strength on your own, and that's a really good thing. That means that you're finding your footing and you're finding your wholeness, and that's so important, right? If you're going to be diving into love anytime soon, like, it's so important to be whole on your own and happy on your own and well balanced. And there's just a lot of balance here, but there's also like a willingness to jump into love again. Like, I feel like you're open to it, you know? All right, Virgo, so let's see what is coming up for you in terms of, like, and this is for, you know, anything up to like the next 3 months. When I say near future, I don't know exactly when, but I'm basically asking what's coming around the bend in the next, you know, in the next few months. So we're just going to look at what might be coming in for you in terms of like romance or any guidance that you need to hear in the near future. This is for Virgo singles. And we're just going to go a couple more times because I want to get a nice clean read for future. Virgo singles, what's coming up in the future energy? I feel like your cards are a little excited to talk. Yeah. What's coming in for my Virgo singles? Oops. Okay. Why is Nine of Wands here? Why is Nine of Wands here? I actually like that Nine of Wands is here. Can sometimes speak to being guarded, but yeah. Okay, I like this. Okay, so, you know, it's like Virgo, I feel like there's not like a big hit right here of like, necessarily of like, actually, okay, let me read from the beginning and we'll just see how the energy comes through. I just want to touch the cards for a minute. Okay, so this is saying make sure you stay grounded, right? Make sure you stay grounded. So it's like with that whole like readiness to leap in and the enthusiasm that you might be feeling, this is just here to say stay grounded, right? Stay grounded, but also stay in your wishes. Like, it's okay to wish. It's okay to like future trip about like what you want and like the kind of reality that you want to create for yourself, right? Whether it's in terms of love or just how you want to feel in your life in general, right? So this is to me, the Star card, it has to do with rebirth, yeah, and it can be here to say make a wish, but I think when the Star card shows up, it's here to say make many wishes, but don't make like those wishes be about like I want a tall, dark, and handsome man, or I want a big fat mansion. That's not, to me, that's not what the gig is with Star card. This is here to say like make wishes and dreams about how you want life to feel, right? I want to feel secure. I want to feel loved. I want to feel honored. I want to feel heard. I want to feel seen, right? And make your wishes oriented in how you want to feel. And you will just by doing that, you will the things that you need will gravitate around you that will support you in that feeling. So get into your wishing, your forward dreaming, your future dreaming about how you want things to feel, right? This is the whole gig with manifesting, is getting quiet, meditating. The squirrel is literally meditating. Get into your meditative mode and get focused on the feeling aspect of it, right? Like what you want life to feel like, and sit in that feeling, but sit in it like it's already here. Like allow yourself to feel it. Like what does whole love feel like? What does wholeness feel like? What does abundance feel like? Not what it looks like. What does it feel like? Right? Get focused on that. And when you do that, you're aligning yourself with the energy for source to bring those things around you. And you may not know what that's going to look like, but that is what it will feel like when it comes in, right? There's definitely an indication to allow yourself to continue releasing whatever was behind you that hurt you. If there's any residue still from that, you can go ahead. It's like a safe time to release that, right? It's like, this is not a space of being stuck in grief. This is where you spill out the loss and you let it go, right? You let it flow out. So this is just here to say that like you don't, when you leave something behind, understand that there are going to be like periods of time when that a little bit of grief from that is going to tap in, and when it does, allow it in, allow yourself to feel it for a minute and then grieve it and let it go, because when you let yourself kind of feel it, grieve it, and let it go, it's resolved, instead of sort of trying to like push it out like it doesn't exist, like, oh, that doesn't bother me anymore. It's just not like that. When we go through pain, there are like occasions in our healing process that the pain will hit, and we have a choice. We either can stay in resistance, right, which will then take us longer to continue the healing process, or we can allow ourselves to tap in and touch it, and that's where we process it, grieve it, and let it go, and that's where it all just washes down in the hole and goes, and it's gone, and it's just it's done, it's processed, it's resolved instead of repressed. Okay, hopefully that made sense what I'm talking about there. Continue to take care of yourself. Continue to stay in your self-care mode. And this is a good time for you to get clear on your boundaries. This is a good time for you to get clarity around like what you want, what you deal with, what you don't deal with. Like, see, she can let people in, this Knight of Wands, but she's done a lot of work to build herself back up again. So she's not just letting any clown jump over this fence. She's just like, no, what do you like? What kind of energy are you bringing? What does your energy feel like? Not good, anxious, chaotic. Nope, you can't come past the gate. Okay, you're bringing peace and joy and fulfillment. All right, you can step over the gate because that's what I let in, right? So she's just in that energy of like, she's in charge of what gets past the gate, right? So as you process through continuing to heal and take care of yourself, don't be afraid to ask yourself like what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and that goes along with this, like getting clear on what feels good to you, right? And when you know what feels good to you, and you get in that place of real wholeness and healing and self-care, you'll automatically sense what doesn't feel good to you, and you won't let it through the gate. You know, this girl knows. She knows what to let in and what not to let in. So you will know. You will know. It's possible, Virgo, that you might have a couple of energies around you coming in the near future. You might have one that's like rushy and impulsive, and in a hurry. And then you've got one that takes his time and he's got a lot of abundance around him. So again, if you get mindful of like what it's supposed to feel like, or what you actually want it to feel like, then you'll know when these two different energies come in, because this Knight of Swords can sometimes bring chaos. This Knight of Pentacles is not bringing chaos. So be mindful of how people are approaching you. Anybody who wants to rush you, Virgo, you know, you're in charge of that. You're the keeper of the gate. You get to keep yourself protected in this nest, and you don't have to let anybody push you faster than you want to go. You know, this is a more balanced. This Knight of Pentacles, he's more balanced. You know, he's a little bit slow moving, which sometimes can be frustrating. Sometimes this one is like more satisfying. These people who like move fast and like dive in. But again, this is like a little bit of an impulsive energy. So when you start navigating, I don't know if these energies are already around you, but when you start navigating in these, keep your own boundaries in mind, so that you can rock with this slow moving energy, right? And know that like this is sort of what healthy beginnings look like. Healthy beginnings don't take off like fire. I guess occasionally maybe, but in my lifetime of experience of like observing connections and dealing with connections, not really. There can be toxicity in this fast moving impulsive energy. So if you have two different energies coming in for you, I'm like heavily gravitating towards this slower moving energy, and it has just a much better feeling to me, right? This might be an earth sign, whereas this one might be an air sign. It's not necessarily, but you may have like a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius And then you may have Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So you may have like those two energies happening, but not necessarily, okay? So it might not be about a sign, but it could be. But yeah, pay attention. Pay attention to how these people are moving that are coming into your arena. And I would, you'll know what feels right to you because you're going to have clarity. You're going to have clarity on what feels good to you, right? So, but yeah, this slow moving energy looks nice to me. Yeah, it's just less impulsive and it's more abundant. It's got more depth. It's just got a lot more depth and growth to it. So yeah, I'd say pay attention because you want something that's healthy and that's grown like that's got roots and substance to it, because Knight of Swords can sometimes be like in and out energy because they're too impulsive. They jump at what they want, but it's not like always long-term sustainable. But things that move slowly, people who have like a slower approach tend to have like the long-term stability more so than these type of people. Okay, so just pay attention for that, Virgo. And like I wish you you know, more healing, but I just feel like you're in a good place. Like you've been doing the healing, but continue to nurture yourself, you know, and continue to let any residue go from past pain. And I think you're just going to be just fine. Like from that first spread, you just got like, you're getting in your power. You're getting in your power and you're finding your groove, Virgo. So that's really beautiful to see. Okay, so hopefully this reading resonated with you. And if it didn't, you can feel free to go watch your sun, moon, and rising. You might find a broader, you know, picture in your other placements of what's kind of happening around you. If it did resonate, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow the channel. And I really appreciate you being here and receiving this reading today. So thank you so much for showing up. All right, take care, Virgos.